Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at the Man of Steel issue 6. This is the final chapter of the miniseries of 2018, and it was about what I expected it to be. So this one bounces around a lot between the Kents talking to Mr. Oz and deciding what to do there, and then the fight with Rogol Zaar. And quite honestly, it was pretty disappointing on all fronts. I'm not gonna lie, I would not repurchase any issue of this miniseries again if I had to. Do it all over again. Which is disappointing too, because there are elements that are really cool. The first couple issues were pretty good, and then it got really dumb. So this is written by Brian Michael Bendis, with Jason Fabok on art, Alex Sinclair on colors, Josh Reed on letters, and the cover was by Ivan Reyes, Joe Prado, and Sinclair. Jessica Chen was associate editor, Mike Cotton was editor, and Brian Cunningham group editor. I did like the art. I thought Jason Fabok did a really good job. He draws Superman really well, so I'm really liking his art in this book. I'm not going to complain about that. I think that the art style is pretty solid, but the story is incredibly weak. Like they say, the fate of John and Lois revealed. Well, we could have figured that out after issue 2. So it wasn't exactly a big reveal. It was just a lot of navel-gazing and whining and moralizing in between. They could have got right to the point and got that out of the way. It could have been a 2 or 3 page segment 3 issues ago and wrapped it all up in a nice little bow. Instead, it gets dragged out, and Bendis cannot write children. This kid talks like he's like 23. So anyway, so they're fighting Rogol Zaar, and Green Lantern eventually shows up after everything's done. But Superman's trying to fist fight him, and it's not working. So thankfully, Supergirl comes up to save the day, and she has to save him using, I don't know, that logic thing that Superman should have come up with 5 minutes in. Instead, Superman is treated as a stupid brawler as opposed to somebody intelligent like he is. And they spend more time on the Lois and John storyline than they do on Superman. And I'm really annoyed by that. And there was this stupid feel-good section at the end where they talk about the loss of their friends, and then some kid accuses Superman of starting fires. Which is a story hook that shouldn't be at the end of a mini-series. It should be in a regular issue. That entire subplot was extraneous and just filler. This whole thing was written as a graphic novel and broken up into 6 parts, and it's very obvious. But it shouldn't have been a miniseries. It should have been regular issues. And that's my primary complaint, was it is very deceptive. We learn almost nothing about Rogol Zaar, so what's the point in having him as a special villain in a miniseries? His motivation is just destruction. It's very straightforward. There's no real explanation as to why he wants to get rid of all the Kryptonians, what they did to him. Nope, we're not going to learn any of that. Apparently, that's going to be taken up in the Supergirl regular series, and that's going to be explored there. So this was all just a PR stunt to get your money, because they wanted $4 a week to boost some sales, and they wanted to show off Bendis, which they could have done in a regular series. Nothing was really explained. Superman wasn't even the hero in the book. Kara was. She had to get rid of him, and it was a total Deus Ex Machina. There was no real build up to it. I was incredibly disappointed. It came off as lazy. There was, of course, the kid doing some forced swearing, and we had to have some sexual innuendo. Bendis is just lazy now. I don't know why they're letting him get away with this, but I think it's really gonna hurt Superman. I think he's got the potential to do Superman right, but I don't think he knows how to, and the editors are obviously not gonna do their jobs and rein him in. So he's gonna get free rein to do whatever nonsense he wants, just like he did over at Marvel. And as we saw from the last Iron Man story arc, especially with the whole Riri Williams nonsense, he's just gonna put a bunch of ham-fisted social justice nonsense in there, or make the character look stupid and inane and get shown up by the Mary Sues, which is what happens in this issue. So I would not rebuy this one. I'm not going to recommend it. It was better than issue 5, but that's not saying much. It wasn't worth reading, and it certainly wasn't worth $4. Although the artist did a great job, and so did the colorist and letterer. I thought they did a remarkably good job with what they had to work with, and I really do like the art, but it couldn't save the book. So I'm going to say don't bother. Just read the synopsis on the internet and move on. These were just forgettable regular issues designed as a special event to trick you out of money. On that note, I'm going to wrap it up there. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you liked the video, hit thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss any future reviews, and we hope to see you on the next one.